It's on now.
Yeah, we're the Hebrew Israelites. You know what I'm saying? We come out week in and week out. To preach, man. As we've been commanded to do, according to Luke the 14th chapter, go into the highways and hedges, man. Okay? And we're in a different location right now because there's like a bomb scare, which is down there, which is back in our usual spot, which is down there, and they pretty much cut off the road so no buses can go this way. Okay. Apparently, somebody might have thought there was a bomb or something like that. You know how shit goes. Now we're gonna do it here. Okay. Yeah, but that shows all this is leading up to martial law, man, which is what we want. What we want is for the society to end, man. Okay. We want for all this bullshit to end because we've been preaching, destruction, judgment. We've been preaching this thing for a very long time. We need to see the fruit of that. Okay, we need to see the fruit of that. Before we start this whole ministry, we're going to start by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, okay, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Mahashim, Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone that taught us his truth. I'm saluting all the brothers out there that are out there sincerely. And, we're waiting for the fruit of the reward, man. Second Esau'S chapter 4 verse 35. Did not the souls also of the righteous ask question of these things in their chambers, saying, how long shall I hope on this fashion? When cometh the fruit of the floor of our reward? You know what I'm trying to say? So we're looking for the fruit, okay, of the floor of our reward, man. Okay, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for basically the reward of all this laboring, man. I mean, it's not really anything compared to like the elders that have been out here for decades, man. Okay, but week after week, we brothers, we're looking for the end of these works, man. Okay.
In what? Speak up a little bit.
So it says, reading on, it says, verse 36, and unto these things Uriel the archangel gave them answer and said, even when the number of seeds is filled in you, for he have weighed the world in the balance. Okay, so the Most High has weighed the world in the balance. By measure have he measured the times, and by number have he numbered the times. Okay, so the Lord has measured the times. Okay, and he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. So you got people out there saying, while going for all this suffering, how comes little children die? How comes people suffer? That proves that there's no God, because there's all this suffering in the world. The scripture says that the Most High, he doesn't intervene, he doesn't stir the times until the said measure of those times is fulfilled. The reason why people speak so ignorantly, you got so many atheists around, is because they're ignorant of the knowledge of the Most High. Okay? So they go about to establish their own righteousness. That's in Romans chapter 10. Right, let me get that. Let me just read it real quick. Romans chapter 10, verse 2, real quick.
So Romans 10 and 2.
For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
So this is really referring to our people. They have a zeal, they got a passion, for, you know, spirituality. They're all up in the churches, you know, they're all in all manner of factions of spirituality, whether it's Islam, Egyptology, okay? But we don't.
They have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
Exactly. So you have a lot of our people that fall off and become atheists, man. You have a lot of heathens, a lot of other nations walking around that don't believe in the Most High because they don't have the true knowledge. The Most High didn't reveal to him his secrets. The Most High didn't open up their mind. Go ahead.
For they, being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness,
Being ignorant. See, the scripture says that they're being ignorant. Go ahead.
and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High.
Right. So the scriptures say that they go about. The scriptures say that they they going after their own lusts. It says in 2 Peter chapter 3. It goes
It's 2 Peter 3 and 2, that knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lust.
Yeah, because people are ignorant of the righteousness of the Most High. They don't understand that the Most High, the reason why he's not doing nothing right now is because the Most High does things a certain way. He lets things play out. He lets the sins come to the fullest, and that's when he acts. That's when he makes it. Okay. You know, he lets people do their wickedness. Go ahead.
Verse 3, verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
Because you've got people of the world, man, and they're below. They're not from above. They're of the earth. They're not of the heavens, man. We're from above. They're from beneath. You know? So they're like, things have always continued how it was ever since the beginning. Where's the promise of his return? They don't believe.
Yeah, I take what because I thought I was going to be doing.
Sorry?
I thought I was going to be doing that. So I'll tell you what you do. Yeah, you got me. What's up? Yeah, I mean, you know, just to remind you brothers again, the reason why we moved to a different spot, because we got another major incident that happened over there. You know, so we're just gonna move over here for now. The Lord willing, next week we'll be right back, you know, where we're normally located at. But yeah, you know, a lot has been going on throughout the week, man. And what's been going on is you got a situation, another incident in Manchester. And you know, while I was doing what I was doing, the brother let me know about it, and I read the article and everything like that. And they said they said 19 people died because of the incident, because you had a couple of guys that they went inside the building, and they I guess there was a couple of suicide bombers that bombed up the place, and I believe it was 19 injured, they said as well. But as of late, and I think it's 59 injured. I stand correct. Yeah, that's what they've done. They've changed the story. Instead of it being 19, it's now 22. And it's 59 that was injured. You know, so, and like I'm always gonna say, brothers, man, I mean, it's 2017. And if you can't understand what the plans of the elite are in 2017, then you're just lost in cloud 9 somewhere. You know, you just don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? If you literally believe that a group of individuals that are Muslims decided to just run up inside the building. Forgot what it's called, Arande Grande or something like that. That was the show. So, I mean, it would kind of be a bit silly to think about doing something like that, being that we have a lot of incidents that are happened prior, excuse me, like the Manchester situation and other situations that occurred. Okay, so, you know, in my personal opinion, and it's not just my opinion as well, but other brothers out there and other people that's aware of what's going on, you know, come on now, that was a major side. You know, think about it. You got all of those kids in there because it was saying that the people that was involved in that Ariana Grande tour was a lot of primary school kids. So that's another way to stir up the people again, to cause confusion, to set up this new world order agenda. That's what this whole thing is all about. And these elites, they keep setting up these cyber attacks time after time after time. You know, and it's getting out of hand now. But they're gonna keep doing it just so they can bring in certain laws. So that, brother, you know, give me what you got. If you want to read the article, you can read it too, brother. So whoever gets it before. So this is from the independent.co.uk, and it states that Theresa May upgrades terrorist threat level to critical and puts soldiers on the streets. So now the new thing is that you're going to start seeing soldiers now in certain areas. And you're going to start seeing, you know, police officers fully equipped to the nine. You could be on the the Virgin train, going to wherever you're going to. You could be from London trying to go to Manchester, or Manchester trying to go to Birmingham, and you're gonna probably see a group of cops inside the train, fully equipped. Okay, so it's all going towards the whole agenda. And the agenda is what you gotta understand is that what brothers gotta understand out there is that the economy is about to collapse. So the closer we get to the economy collapsing, the more severe these incidents are going to become. All right, and the ultimate cataclysmic shock or economic collapse is really going to cover the whole entire collapse of the system. So you got a precept, right? What you got?
It's Psalm 64 and 1. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
Right, and that's the ultimate thing right about now. Because I mean, as it stands right now, what they're doing is and even prior as well, is example, you got a police officer over there. So we're at the time where things are about to get rolling. Things are really about to get rolling out there. Okay, you just had an incident that happened over there in Waterloo, train station, another incident, another cyber attack, I call it. You see? So read that verse again.
Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer, preserve my life from the fear of the enemy.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we pray ultimately, man. Because when the Lord let these devils get loose and put that demon inside of them, that same demon they had back in 70 AD and prior, Slakia, and further, that same demon is going to come back again, that same spirit. That same warlike spirit is going to come on Esau again. Okay? And them horns are going to show. And it's just going to be flat out merciless things that you've never seen before that's going to happen. You understand? And, you know, so read that one more time, brother. One more time.
Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer, preserve my life from the fear of the enemy.
Yeah, read it a little bit louder.
Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer, preserve my life from the fear of the enemy.
And that's the times we're in right now, man. We got to be praying for the Lord that He preserves us from the wrath of the enemy. Because it's going to come, man. That day is coming when martial law is going to be declared. We keep talking about this. You know, we've been talking about this for years. Way before this situation even occurred. And here we are in 2017. We're right around the corner of that. Read that again, brother.
Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy.
You're going.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
That's right. And we pray in the name of Yahweh Baal Shem Yahushai that the Lord hides us from the counsel of the wicked. Because ultimately, what they're going to start doing is man, they're going to start passing these bills that they've written down in paper years ago. Okay, they've already passed the Civil Contingency Act bill in 2004. And within that bill, if there's in a state of an emergency, they can basically take away ultimately the rights of all people. So instead of it just being Muslims being declared as the terrorists, it's going to be all the people. And that's where Theresa May wants to take this program, and all of the individuals that's behind them. They want to take the country to
totalitarian.
Totalitarianism, total control. Sometimes, man, I mean, I say that word on time, sometimes I don't, you know. But that's what they want to bring the system, and I'm talking about the higher bankers elites. They want to bring the system to a complete halt, to where nobody ain't got no rights anymore. That's what all of these cyber attacks are all about.
Basically.
Go on.
Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Even bitter words. You know, and the bitter words is classing everybody as enemy combatants. And that's what the bitter words are. Because when you declare somebody as an enemy combatant or a terrorist, what do you do with those people? Execute them. That's what you do. And they want to execute a lot of people out here. Okay? Because it's getting from one, because I remember a couple of years back when, what's the dude's name, man? David Cameron. I'm talking about David Cameron. There was an incident that happened during his time, and he raised the surveillance level to severity. Now we're at a level of critical now. The surveillance level is on critical. So what that means is that they can basically introduce a new thing that they've set up, which was set up a couple of days back. It's called Operation Temporary. And what that means is that see, the Lord is moving, man. The Lord is speeding this thing up. See, what that means is that the military will then have to protect the cops. That's what Operation Terror is all about. Temporary, excuse me. So we already know where this is going, and we, the men of the Lord, that's been out here for years, week in and week out, we already know the score. Because the scriptures say we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Go on, brother. You can go.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
And who's the secret that they shoot at? The perfect. And who's the perfect? The Israelites. Because ultimately they want to get 2/3 of our own people in the suburban areas. And like the head brother in England, the brother Ramar, he put a show out there. He put a thing out there talking about how the MS, I believe it was the MS-13, the MS-13 gang, they're classified as enemy combatants now, or terrorists. So ultimately, it's going to be from a gang, from a bunch of gangs to ordinary civilians. That's where they're going to take this thing. And ultimately, they're going to classify Jake as the guys that they got to go get off the streets. That's going to be the end result. And that's what all of these cyber attacks are leading up to. Okay? And I mean, that's not to say that it's because it's a cyber attack, it's not real. It's very real. People die. Okay? Children die. Adults die. Okay? So these things are for real. And these things are serious. Because when children are involved in a situation, that's when it becomes a very serious situation. But I'm gonna just say this, man. Ultimately, these high-level prime ministers and these governors, they don't really give a shit about the people. And we, the men of the law, we've always known about this. They don't care about the people. What they care about is the agenda they have set up, going all the way back throughout the 18th century. Go on, brother. So if they got to set up their agenda, they're going to be willfully to set up that agenda. And that's the New World Order. That's where the society's going, brother.
It's Isaiah 10:1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees,
Right.
and that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right, and have right and previous, which they have prescribed. And the word pre means to before, and scribe means to write. So they've already thought about this before and written it down. Okay, and they've passed other bills, other laws to counterattack other freedom, right, democracy bills that we got. Okay, excuse me, laws. All right, just like how you have the, I believe you had the, what is it, man? What's that law called again, man? One of the head brothers went into it, man. The Magna Carta. They've already passed another bill to counterattack that. You understand? So that's why the scriptures say this again. Read it again.
Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees,
Right.
and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment,
Right.
and to take away the right from the poor of my people.
And that's ultimate. That's the ultimate thing, because the new thing's going to be when the New World Order is established, which the New World Order won't be fully established. It's going to be halfway. But what they want to do is they want our people to worship their power structure, and that power structure, and the god of that power structure is going to be of Satan. That's going to be the new thing. And if you ain't worshiping that structure, then you're going to be classified as an enemy combatant. And that's where this thing's going. You see, and that's why they got the cops all over the place now, because they're preparing for martial law. Okay, we've been talking about this for years, and you know, people laugh at us. They make mockery of what we're doing because they don't understand what we're bringing out, which is understandable. But it don't really make a difference whether you understand what we're saying or not. At the end of the day, the words that we speak out of this Bible, because we're not reading no Quran. Okay, we're what you call the Israelites. Okay, we are the real Jews that the Bible speaks about. That's what we're bringing out. Okay, we ain't no Muslims, man. Because people, they'll look at a guy with beards on, and they'll assume, they gotta be Muslims. No, we're the real Jews that the Bible speaks about, and we're letting our own people know that they are the Israelites. They are the same people that walk throughout the Gulf of Suez River, and they're the children of Israel. That's what we teach them, and we teaching our people to repent, as well as so-called Negro, so-called Latino, so-called Native American Indian. That's what we teach them. Go on, brother.
To take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
And they've been doing that for years by taxes, robbing the fatherless, robbing the widows. There's a lot of women. What's going on? You got a question? Oh, she just listening. She just listening. Yes, sir. Okay. That's cool to hear. That's cool. Yeah, read what you got. Yeah, just let me know if you got a question, and we'll answer your questions.
Yes, why you the questions?
No, I'm reading something because I thought you wanted the question asked. So we're gonna read this, and then I'll get to the question.
Isaiah 32:6. For the vowed vessel who speaks villainy, and his heart work iniquity, practice hypocrisy, and utter errors against Yahweh.
Right, and to utter errors against Yahweh.
Yeah.
That's what we call the Most High, the Supreme Being, which everybody calls God. We call them Yahweh. So the powers on high, they speak against the Lord by passing these laws. Okay, like in America a couple of years back, they've declared the edict saying that it's okay now two men can get married. But prior to 2010, you couldn't do that. That was illegal. So they've passed on righteous bills, and they're going to keep passing on righteous laws until the Lord shuts them down. Go on, brother.
To practice hypocrisy and to utter error against Yahweh.
Right, and they declare themselves as people, as what you call it, man, for humanity. You know, they, like, for example, Theresa May, she gave a speech about how, you know, she's going to do this and she's going to do that. This was before she went in, became prime minister.
Yeah.
And she debated with I believe his name is Corbyn. She debated with and she was talking about how she's going to do this and she's going to do that, which a lot of prime ministers do and presidents.
Yeah.
They lie and they say they're going to do this, but they do the quite opposite. So that's the fulfillment of that scripture right there. Going to be that person.
The vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity.
Right, and that's what they do in secret. Going.
To practice hypocrisy and to utter error against Yahweh.
Right, and ultimately they do that in terms of going against our people. Okay, and all of that and then some. So yeah, you got a question on that.
Yes, as Africa doesn't appear there. Yeah.
So what's your nationality?
I'm African.
I know, but which part? Which part?
Southern.
South Africa.
Yeah.
I thought that, yeah.
Johannesburg, man.
And you?
Zambia.
Zambia. Next door.
So ultimately, like what we're teaching up here, ultimately our main thing that we're teaching is that all these people that you see on the sign and those that have been scattered abroad are the Hebrew Israelites, the real Jews that the Bible speaks about. That's what we're letting our people know. And also is that who the word called Jesus Christ, he's going to come and deliver his land, but before he does that, he's going to bring forth destruction on the earth. Okay, that's what the Bible states, and that's what we're reading is the Bible. You know, but what we're also telling our people is that they got to repent and come back to the Lord before it's too late. Go on, brother. Right. Right. That's right.
I told you, the body parts are being sold. I read about that.
Oh, yeah.
Take these young girls and innocent, they taught to get to a place and these people just take them, kidnap them and take their body parts
And sacrifice them as well.
So there's a lot happening right now. I wanted to know, or as we grew up in Zambia and South Africa.
What's that?
In Zambia and South Africa, I mean, where we grew up, you're like my sons. I used to drink herbs from the herbs. Yes, beautiful herbs. And we were very healthy.
Oh yeah.
Until now, getting antibiotics.
Yeah, it's more evidence disease. Evidence the foul and disease now.
Yeah, more food.
Yes,
Yeah, more, yeah.
all those. And then just wanted to know, yes, I'm not something complexion from the islands, from the very good summer.
Yeah, get Ezekiel, what is it? 4 verses. We shall eat the defiled thing among the peoples.
You know your mind.
Well, we've been doing this for years, you know, so
And
it's gonna come natural like that.
someone in South Africa, she was a Zion. They call them Zionists.
Oh, okay. You mean the so-called Jews? The so-called Jews.
Yes, but they come as Zion too. And she used to use a Bible. Come and you're worried about something. Won't use a Bible. And she would quote and say, this is wrong. This is what's happening. And I
Right.
thought, wow, because I haven't seen it yet. No. Are there such people where you go to a person to sort of read and they use the Bible? That's what I prefer. But I have never been here 17 years, but I've never heard of somebody doing that.
Read the Bible like this.
Yeah, you all agree, but what I mean is you come, let's say, I'm worried about something in my mind. Notice that you know my fault, but just tell me, she can look at you and read a passage from the Bible, and she'll be spot on.
Right.
You'll have such
That's that. Yeah, get it.
As Ezekiel 4 and 13. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their bread, eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
Yeah, so whether our people be scattered or in, right? In terms of, because our people, what happened was there was a diaspora that happened. And when you go, like, even prior to the main slavery that our people bring on, Our people, you know, went into different parts of like North Africa, West Africa, etc. during what is it, 70 AD. And throughout the process of time, we went to different areas